Across the long timeline of Buddhist history, one figure stands not in the distant past, but in the future. While Gautama Buddha is remembered as the awakened teacher of our age, Buddhist tradition speaks of another Buddha who has not yet appeared, a being who will arise when the world is ready once again. His name is Maitreya, the Buddha of the future, the embodiment of hope, compassion, and renewal. According to ancient Buddhist scriptures, Maitreya currently resides in the Tushita Heaven, a celestial realm where bodhisattvas await their final rebirth. Unlike ordinary beings, Maitreya is fully aware of his future destiny. He observes the human world patiently, waiting for the moment when the teachings of Gautama Buddha have faded. When moral discipline has weakened, and when humanity is once again in need of guidance. Only then will Maitreya descend to earth, be born as a human, attain enlightenment, and turn the wheel of Dharma anew. The name Maitreya comes from the Sanskrit word matri, meaning loving kindness or benevolence. This is not accidental. Where Gautama Buddha emphasized insight into suffering and impermanence, Maitreya is often associated with boundless compassion, harmony, and joy. In many traditions, he represents a future age where human beings live longer, experience less violence, and are more open to spiritual truth. His coming is not described as an apocalyptic event, but as a natural flowering of collective wisdom. Early Buddhist texts such as the Kakavati Sihanada Sutta describe the world before Maitreya's arrival as morally degraded. Human lifespans become short, greed and hatred dominate society, and true understanding of the Dharma nearly disappears. Yet even in this decline, the seeds of renewal remain. When humanity reaches the lowest point, the cycle turns. Ethical conduct returns, lifespans increase, and conditions become ripe for Maitreya's awakening. Iconography of Maitreya differs strikingly from that of Gautama Buddha. While the historical Buddha is usually shown seated in meditation, Maitreya is often depicted seated on a throne or even standing, with his feet touching the ground, symbolizing readiness to rise and act. In East Asia, Maitreya evolved into the familiar laughing Buddha, the smiling figure with a large belly, representing abundance, contentment, and generosity. Though historically different figures, popular devotion merged them, turning Maitreya into a symbol of happiness and prosperity. In Mahayana Buddhism, Maitreya holds a special place as a bodhisattva deeply involved with human affairs. Some traditions believe advanced practitioners can encounter Maitreya through deep meditation or visions. The famous Indian philosopher Asana is said to have received profound teachings directly from Maitreya, forming the foundation of Yogacara philosophy. Whether taken literally or symbolically, these stories emphasize that the future Buddha is already influencing the present through inspiration and wisdom. Beyond Buddhism, Maitreya's image has crossed religious and cultural boundaries. In China, Korea, Japan, and Tibet, he appears in temples, folklore, and prophecy. Some modern spiritual movements have even identified Maitreya with messianic figures from other traditions, seeing him as a universal teacher rather than a strictly Buddhist one. While Orthodox Buddhism does not support these claims, they reveal how deeply the idea of a future savior resonates across cultures, yet an important aspect of Maitreya's story is often misunderstood. Buddhism does not teach passive waiting for salvation. The future Buddha is not meant to replace personal effort. Instead, Maitreya represents potential. His coming depends on conditions, and conditions are shaped by actions. Every act of kindness, every moment of mindfulness, and every effort to reduce suffering moves the world closer to the age Maitreya symbolizes. Some teachers explain that Maitreya is not only a future person, but a future state of consciousness. In this view, Maitreya is the awakening of loving kindness within humanity itself. When compassion becomes the dominant force in society, when wisdom guides power, and when suffering is addressed at its root, then Maitreya has effectively arrived. The future Buddha, therefore, is not only ahead of us in time, but within us as a possibility. In a world marked by conflict, anxiety, and rapid change, the idea of Maitreya feels more relevant than ever. He stands as a reminder that decline is not the end of the story, that darkness contains the seed of renewal, and that the Dharma is not lost forever. Whether his arrival is literal or symbolic, the message remains the same: the future is shaped by compassion. Maitreya does not promise escape from the world, but transformation of it. He does not descend to judge, but to teach. And he does not come because humanity is perfect, but because it is ready to begin again. In this sense, the Buddha of the future is also a mirror, reflecting what we may yet become. Thanks for watching. Our channel is new and needs your support. In our channel you can find many videos on the history and philosophical teachings of Buddhism. Please subscribe to our channel to support the teachings of Buddha on YouTube. You can download our app from Google Play. Get notifications, daily quotes from Buddha, guided meditation methods, articles about Buddhist wisdom and sutras from Pali Canon. Discover inner peace, cultivate mindfulness, and unlock the infinite wisdom of the Buddha with this app. Download link below.